Welcome back to the channel, and it's Maia again, following on from last time where I let you know that after over 5 years of ownership, my time with my Eunos Roadster was done. The sale has been completed now, and as I let you know in that last video, my plan was to buy a modern car for work purposes, but also to get my own classic, more in the spirit of Festival of the Unexceptional and our Nissan Sunny estate. I did rather want to have one that was over 40 years old for the various tax advantages which that gives us in this country, because we do pay quite a lot of road tax on our fleet. So if you can get one that doesn't cost so much, all the better. So I went in with a budget in mind, and I have bought a modern car, which I may share on the channel at some point. I'm not sure, because obviously this channel is about old cars and not new cars. Anyway, I also had a budget in mind for my classic car, but not really an idea of what exactly I wanted, other than it preferably being over 40 years old. In some ways, though, that is quite liberating when you look at the adverts, because you can look at all sorts of things rather than just focusing on one. So eventually something stood out. It was at a dealer's down in Oxfordshire, a couple of hours south of us. So we made the trip down, visited this classic car dealership, where of course Mike immediately got totally distracted. So I will pass over to him now.
Oh dear, guilty as charged. But you know, in my defence, if you've watched previous videos on this channel about the Opel Monza, particularly the GSE model, you will know that this is one of my dream cars. It made quite an impact on me when I had one as a much younger man for a very brief period of time, where they were just cheap cars that nobody wanted, and now of course they are really sought after classics. I say the video I'm referring to is all the cars that I've ever owned. You will find it on this channel in the back catalogue. But yeah, this was a smashing example. I mean, not common in white. Well, certainly not in this country. I haven't seen a lot of white ones. Quite interesting. You probably just make out there that it's fitted with leather seats. I'll come back to that in a moment. But yeah, as soon as we walked into the showroom, this was in front of me, and of course all plans of the car that I'd actually come to look at went completely out the window, and I started looking at this instead. It's obviously 3 litre, beautiful, more a cruiser than a fast car, but yeah, you can just take a glimpse of the leather seats here. These were Recaro leather seats from new, and interestingly, this car had also been spec'd from new with the optional air conditioning in 1984. I mean, you know, this is pretty advanced stuff. It was in lovely condition. I was half tempted, I must admit, to do something really rash and really silly, but it wasn't something I'd budgeted for. It wasn't something that I'd thought about. And as you can imagine, it was a lot of money, because these things are not cheap these days. So yeah, like it though I didn't actually go any further with this. But then we had a look around the rest of the showroom. So this is a real rare one, 1959 Vespa 400, the only car Vespa ever made. Apparently this was restored in 2020 over a 3-year period. And yeah, real rare car in the UK. Wayne, the owner of the dealership, was showing me this incredibly low mileage UK Mazda MX-5, quite fitting, as Maia's just sold one of these in the same red. This thing was like new, absolutely incredible. I'm sure it'll be a fine purchase for somebody, obviously. But the great thing about visiting these places, you can have a real good look around at all the cars, like this Porsche 944 Series 2. Beautiful thing. Yeah, I mean, again, classic in white, isn't it? Really looks the part. And then this Mercedes that had just come in. Apparently this had some provenance from quite a famous owner. I forget exactly who, and I wouldn't name them on the channel anyway. But yeah, apparently quite a celebrity car, and certainly looks the part with all the leather interior. Just passing a Trabant tramp on the right there, and then a wooden car. We'll come back to that a little later, but how bizarre. But again, we were looking at, yeah, I got distracted by the wood. We were looking at another Mazda here. This is like 4,000 miles from new or something absolutely crazy. And when we popped the bonnet, you could see all the PDI stickers, the little stickers that Mazda put on all the parts that are still there from all those years ago, never been removed. Absolutely extraordinary. And I think even the wheels, when we looked at them, had stickers from the factory on. Absolutely incredible how for a 2003 car. Subaru Justy four-wheel drive. Now, this is up our street, isn't it? Was this the one we came to see? Is this Maia's new car? No, it's not. But it was, I tell you what, a rare thing. Automatic four-wheel drive with, look at the warning stickers on the driver's door there as to about the four-wheel drive system. Real rare survivor. Again, would fit in beautifully at Festival the Unexceptional, but not for us. AC 3000 ME. I think this has got the Ford Cologne V6 3-litre under the bonnet. Again, a magnificent looking thing. But then we went back to the mini-based Hustler 6. 6 wheels, obviously. 6 wheels on my wagon, and made completely out of wood. I mean, how bonkers do you want it? Again, you must forgive some of the filming here because it was actually very cramped in there. So it was quite hard to get angles. But yeah, fascinating piece of kit. Obviously mini-based, Mini Cooper engine. But look at the inner wings. I mean, the entire structure is wooden. I mean, I'd be worried about woodworm or damp rot or whatever, but clearly these are a specialist appeal for some people, and even inside everything's wood. And I suppose for those who say, oh well, it must be incredibly dangerous, well, I mean, any classic car that you have an accident in would be incredibly dangerous. But yeah, I mean, a great setup, Rover convertible there, Morris Minor convertible, old Subaru there, probably more of a more modern classic. And even in the background, a 1950s truck, which is an incredible thing to see. So we probably kept you in suspense for long enough. The car that Maia spotted was this delightful little Fiat 127. How rare is this, and how beautiful will this fit in at Festival of the Unexceptional? 1982 on the Y, right-hand drive, UK supplied. One lady owner for a vast majority of its lifetime. Absolutely incredible. Really good condition. Obviously, it's been resprayed and restored, but done beautifully well. There's no rot underneath. All of that is original underneath, believe it or not. This car has only done 31,000 miles, and we love the reg number. Her. It's got Maia written all over it. Yeah, an incredible project that again was restored during lockdown 2020 to sort of 2022 and really hasn't gone anywhere since. But yeah, 31,000 miles, now MOT'd for the first time in 12, 13 years. Of course, over 40 years old doesn't need an MOT, but for the purposes of this sale, it was MOT'd for us. And yeah, just what a delightful, rare thing. Now, I'm not taking over here. Maia asked me to do the test drive just to make sure that everything was tickety-boo. And yeah, it actually drove really, really well. Italian. Drives all right.
How's it feel?
Old. That old gag. Are we mad? Oh, a bit dirty. Let's go this way. It has brakes. So, as I say, it actually drove incredibly well and was a real delight and really demonstrated its low mileage. Yeah, we were bowled over by it. I mean, when was the last time you saw one of these? And to be honest, we think it's the only 1050 Comfort left on the road in the UK, being a Series 3 car as well, really late. It's actually incredibly rare, and I hope people will appreciate it as much as we love it. So this is Maia's new classic car. We'll do a proper video of it when we get it home, once we've had it delivered. So please watch the channel for that. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I hope you're excited about the new adventures in 2026 as the Fiat 127 joins the fleet. Thanks now. Bye-bye.